Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm
and today we're going to be reviewing,
what are we? Oh, Shield, Agents of Shield.
this episode, Farewell Cruel World, and I guess we're finally at the point where the framework is no more. So obviously this episode starts, they're on the Quinjet, obviously Sky and Simmons are knocked out in the framework or whatever, and they're just like, look, we've got to keep everything cool until they wake up again. But unfortunately, the power supply is low. There's not much whatever left. I don't think they specified fuel. I swear they said power. I was thinking, what's power got to do with anything? What about the fuel? So they decide cleverly to turn the stealth off, which I thought was going to be like a real kind of major thing, that they were kind of going to be like shot out the sky or something straight away, but they kind of managed to drag that out till literally the last couple minutes.
Yeah, wish they would.
Yeah. So obviously Ada's just about to get a new body. That's kind of all getting together. The machine's all done, sorted. And I guess they're all making their way to the exit point. Um, Holden's obviously being met with Fitz. Fitz has come and seen him and been like, yo, I'll make you an offer. We'll make your body, so obviously you're dead in the real world, but you'll be able to return there. So they're kind of bargaining, and he looks as though to take it. I mean, it is a pretty tempting offer, right?
I suppose.
Yeah. So yeah. So for some reason,
Although I'll be honest, with you, I didn't really buy it. It's like he's not getting the entire reason for this whole thing. Really seemed to be he could be with the real Ada, whose name I can't remember.
Agnes.
Agnes, right? But gone. I didn't really buy that he was going to want to find his way out. So
Well, it's weird as well. You say that, but he must have made some sort of bargain because the back door was covered up. So he must have talked. Is for some reason he seemed to just be like he talked.
well, yeah, he did
Gave
talk.
away.
We know why he did it, don't we?
Why?
Well, so at the end, so he can save Fitz.
Yeah, but
That's why it went down.
there are other ways he could have wangled that.
Well, he did, though. That's that's what they went with.
So yeah, Simmons kind of ends up confronting the dad, and we kind of get the confirmation that the thing kind of changed for Fitz, is that his dad was around, and then they get into a scuffle. He dashes the phone at her head and then drops her, and then somehow manages to get shot, even though I'm pretty sure he was in control of the gun when he had her pinned. So how she managed to leave her up and pop him from that position was just unfounded to me. And then Fitz.
What I don't get is why the fake. I mean, it wasn't much for a fake out, but why even bother with the pretense? You know what I mean? Where they cut away from the shot, and it's like, oh, which one of them got shot?
Yeah.
Why?
It's funny because like the whole shooting thing. Because I mean, coming towards the end, flipping pretty much everyone was shot, and they managed to make it out of there. So I mean, yeah, really nothing really happened. There was a lot of really like hubbub, people running around everywhere to no avail, and then just kind of standing around. Really, you got and then Fitz goes off on his vendetta to kind of get Simmons or whatever for killing the dad and all that stuff. But really, apart from that, nothing happened. So yeah, they kind of get to where they need to get out, but it's covered by a molten steel pot, which, I mean, if you want to get that out the way, all you have to do is quake it, apparently. I was thinking, well, that was a bit random. Why would that be a thing? You know what I mean? It just so happens, she can quake. Because, I mean, Ada must be aware after she got mullered out the building by Quake that obviously, let's make it quake proof, but apparently not.
Ada didn't make it though, did she? It's not Ada's thing, it's Radcliffe's. Radcliffe designed it.
Yeah, but she got when she found out, when he talked, she covered the exit point with the molten steel, which she just blasted out the way with the quake thing. Yeah.
Well, I suppose maybe she didn't think that Daisy would have her quake powers.
Yeah, but she must have known because she got blasted out the building by her like an episode before.
That is true.
That's what I mean. That's the point I was making. A bit random, really. So yeah. My point is why Mack decided to stay.
Because it's a kid.
Yeah, I know, but that was
I'd stay.
what?
I'd stay.
Come on, man.
What? His kid's alive.
It should have been just he's coming out of there one way
Oh,
or
yeah.
another. He's coming out of there, and the kid ain't going to be with him. It's like
Obviously, but he's
he
not
should-
going to refuse to leave his kid, is he?
He should have. Yeah, but it's not his kid. The problem is,
Closer you can get. But personally, I'd rather live with the delusion that my kid's alive than go into a real world where it isn't.
the problem is that they didn't tell him early enough, because he only found out this a fake world literally like 20 minutes before. If they told him at the same time they told everyone else, he would have
Yeah, I mean, Daisy chose to lie over and over again. She did it repeatedly, which is really confusing, especially when she'd lie to people that weren't real. But it's what she chose to do, and obviously it blew up in her face. But if I were Mac, I wouldn't go either.
Oh, well, I think I would have. I'm sorry.
Because you're heartless.
Nah, because it's just like it's not real, man. And what happens? Because my thought was, I'm thinking, what if the framework like machines get taken offline? Then what? Nothing. You're dead. So you know what I mean. Say that they get out of there and then they get in a fight and the machine ends up blowing up. He's dead like 2 minutes later.
Sure, but he dies with his kid.
Dude, you know that's just like that's paper thin. So,
Man, I'd rather live in a delusion.
So yeah, Phil gets shot about 10 times and is fine enough to get up onto his feet and go through the portal.
Well, not really. I mean, he gets dragged there.
But
Well, he does, doesn't he? I mean, what do you mean? That's exactly what happened.
I'm pretty sure he was on his feet.
No, he wasn't.
He does what? So you're saying May manages to literally sling him 2 foot over an edge into the portal from laying down.
Have you seen what May does on this show? Yeah, I think she can throw Coulson over the edge. Jesus Christ, you've got nitpicking.
You had the confrontation.
That's what you find unrealistic. Not her super ninja skills that she can shoot people.
She's whack. I'm sorry, but she's...
What? You literally said last week that May was awesome when she did some like Black Widow like crap.
She did a kind of flip through the air and landing, and I said it looked
and if
good.
She can do, yeah, right. If she can do that, she can throw Coulson over a bloody thing, can't she?
Different things. Simmons got popped in the leg, and she was fine to go into there. So yeah, they come out, and I was thinking to myself, right, Ada's being printed. You see him being printed, and I thought there was going to be a race against time kind of thing, like when Coulson gets like the scalpel and he goes up to like Robot Ada. I thought if he jukes her, then that means everything stops. You know what I mean? Because he's killed her in that world, so she wouldn't be able to be printed. But he lops her head off, but she still manages to get printed. I was like, what's going on here then?
I mean, I get the logic behind what you're saying, but did you really expect that to happen?
Well, I was thinking...
Did you honestly think, they got an episode to go, of course they're going to have Madam Hydra in it.
If they weren't going to go with that route, I was thinking that maybe it'd be just as is about to do it, she finishes printing. That's what I thought they were going to do, but they didn't do that. And you see her with her head off, and she still manages to get printed.
No.
So yeah, she turns up, and for some reason that I can't fathom, like they all get out of there except Mack, and they kind of pan the camera on him. It's like moron. It's like... So yeah, she turns up, and then for some reason she's all of a sudden infatuated with Fitz. For some reason she's
all of a sudden, isn't she? Well, have you been watching him the last 3 weeks?
Yeah, but it ain't in like the real world. You know what I
It
mean?
is the way, is it? Now suddenly she's a real person who has real feelings.
It's not going to feel the same though, because
obviously
we had the whole thing where it was like, oh, what have I done? What have I done? Doubling over. I thought he was going to throw up or something. That would have been decent. He's just realised he's killed a ton of people. I thought he would have threw up at least. So yeah, for some reason she gives that, and then everyone's like, "Yo, move out the way, man," so she can get popped, and then she grabs him and teleports. I was like, "Oh, she can teleport.
Why
That's
not?
random. That's completely random." I was thinking, what the hell? It'll probably turn out that that's like Madam Hydra's like great ability from the comic book that we've completely overlooked, but I was thinking that's crazy. The effect looked kind of okay. I was just thinking, why is she teleporting for? She's like a real person now, so where did these powers come from?
Who knows?
So yeah, let's talk numbers. I thought it was a real weak episode.
I'll go with a 7. I thought it was alright for what it was, but I do think we spent too long there. I think we could have done this an episode maybe 2 ago, but I'm not mad at the Mack thing like you are. I think it makes sense for him to do it. I think it's what it's been building up to. I'm glad we're out with the thing now. Hopefully it has some long-term ramifications on Fitz, and we'll see where it goes.
Well, I wonder where it goes now, because like, I guess they're kind of all gonna get together again, and then like, what? She's took Fitz where? I mean, if he's horrified at his action, he's gonna want nothing to do with her. So then what?
Well, I don't know. I don't write the show.
I'll give it a 6.5. Nothing really amazing happened. It was very... I think they were trying to pull on the heartstrings really and be emotional, but...
Not feeling that.
Not this time. Not this time. So yeah, I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And that is our review for Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And hopefully it's better next week. And we'll see you then.